Hi, let's talk for a second about sleep apnea. That is when you stop breathing in your sleep. Like when your snoring is so bad you stop breathing. My snoring's pretty bad. Oh yeah, I've woken myself up. I try to sleep in the other room for myself, but it never works. Okay, well, here is a little conundrum about my CPAP that I'm supposed to be getting. Okay, so during the sleep study that I did, which was like the best night's sleep I'd had in a long time, so I need a bigger bed, they fitted me for a bunch of different CPAPs and decided which one I would use should I need it. But then it turned out that I only woke up during the night to pee, and they told me I didn't have sleep apnea. Then later they called back and said that I did. I don't know what's going on there. So I'm supposed to go down and pick up a CPAP machine, right? And they made an appointment for me. All right, cool. So I call the medical transportation company, right? It's called Logisticare. And they kind of have a monopoly around here. And recently they've been asking weird questions like, do you have a friend or family member who could take you to be reimbursed? Are you accepting rides from any tribal companies? Well, at first, for a long time, I thought they were saying rival companies. But then today they expounded on it and they said tribal, like Paiute, Sioux, Ute, like the actual tribes around here, the Native American tribes. No tribal company is taking me to my medical appointments. Like, I'm not even Native. Maybe you don't have to be. No. Weird questions. Anyway, so I set up an appointment to go pick up my CPAP, right? And the day comes, they're usually like an hour early, just to give you enough leeway to get there on time, right? My appointment's at 10:30. 9:30 comes and goes, and I'm like, okay, they're not here. Then it's 10 o'clock, and I'm like, they're never this late. So I call my appointment just to make sure, because they are never this late. And I'm like, hey, just calling to see when my appointment is. And they're like, it's now, it's in 20 minutes. And I'm like, okay, my ride's not here. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to cancel. So I cancel. Then I call the medical transportation company. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Where are you guys? And they're like, oh, we can't come pick you up to take you get your CPAP machine because that's not considered medical. Really? Because I asked my non-medical driver to take me and he said he couldn't because it is medical. So who's supposed to take me? I don't know. And I'm like, so I called the company back and I'm like, okay, so I can't get transportation because it's medical, it's not medical, I don't know, but I can't get transportation there. Can you guys come drop it off? And they're like, no, because you need to be fitted for a CPAP to make sure that it works. And I'm like, you did that during the sleep study. And they're like, well, which one worked for you? And I'm like, I don't know. Even if I didn't have holes in my brain, that's not something that I would remember. It was a smaller one. I don't know. But I can't get down there for to pick up a machine. Okay, so months ago, they set up an appointment for next week, right? At the sleep study. So I called the medical place back because I got a reminder today about that appointment next week. I don't remember what it's for. It's just in my phone. So I get a call today to remind me about it. So I call the medical transportation company, set up an appointment to take me. Then I call the company and I'm like, hey, what's this for? And I haven't gotten my CPAP yet. Can I get it at this meeting next week? And they're like, oh, the appointment next week is to see how the CPAP is working. And you have to set up another appointment. And I'm like, okay, well, let's set it up. We're on the phone now. And they're like, no, you have to talk to this person. And I'm like, okay, well, can you get her? They're like, no, she can't call you back until the 28th. The 28th? Really? It's a phone call to set up an appointment. So the point is, I have sleep apnea and I'm gonna have it forever.